you're here now. So anyway, as I was saying, yes, we're going to have a short chat about what it's like to do an apprenticeship, because you're actually doing one at the moment, aren't you? So would you like to begin by just introducing yourself and saying what kind of apprenticeship it is that you're doing?
Yeah, so my name's Lauren, I'm 17 years old and I'm studying a level 3 business and admin apprenticeship.
Okay. And what kind of company are you doing that in?
I'm doing it in a law firm, solicitors.
Okay. And what is it? Why did you want to do an apprenticeship?
I think for me, I'd been sat in a classroom obviously through high school and I did a couple of years at college beforehand, and it just wasn't for me anymore. I wanted to be out there and get that hands-on experience as well as obviously getting paid. I think I was finding it hard to balance college with having a part-time job anyway, so to be able to kind of do all in one was really appealing to me, and I've loved it ever since I've started.
Okay. And so you're employed, you have a job while you're
Yes.
studying, that's right, isn't it? Yeah. And I guess that's one of the benefits of an apprenticeship, is you are earning something
Hmm.
as you go along, and you're getting some proper experience, would you say?
Yeah, definitely. I'm getting lots of hands-on experience. I've been working with the solicitors, so obviously been learning from them. And then I've also been on reception. I've been working closely with a lady that's been there for I think 20 or 30 years. So I've definitely been getting lots of industry knowledge, which is really good.
So yeah, you're getting to learn from people of different ages as well, which I guess is not something you do to the same extent at college, when you're just, you're with your peers, aren't you, who are all similar kind of age?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really good as well, and it makes you feel a lot more like I've definitely felt a lot more mature whilst I've been there, and it's helped me grow up a lot and just develop as a person, really.
And what kind of things do you think you've been learning that will be useful to you to whatever you go and do next?
Well, I think for me, it's been like general knowledge. So before, I wouldn't have known how a solicitors really operated, all the different departments within that. I was studying law at college before, but none of that had ever really come up. It'd more been like the textbook stuff. So I think for me, it's getting the knowledge, but also confidence has been a massive thing for me. I've been working with the clients, so speaking to people a lot. So I think it's really helped develop my confidence.
And that's important, I think, isn't it? In the working world, you don't quite realise that when you're still at school or college, those kind of skills that you might need to have.
Yeah, definitely.
And do you think it's helping to make sense of your college work and even the law that you were studying before? You're actually seeing things in practice now?
Yeah, 100%. I think before law was a really tricky subject, and at college it was very much
Mm.
just we were learning things, more of the case studies, I think, in the textbooks and stuff, and just going into it with not really any knowledge. I think it was quite hard to follow and pick up, whereas actually doing it at the place, I've got the solicitors obviously I can ask that have been there, they've done the degree, I've got the textbooks, and I've also got my college tutor that I work with, and I'm doing the online thing. So there's a lot more people you can speak to help understand, but also you get that understanding yourself from just being there and watching how it works every day.
And do you think then, when you finished your apprenticeship, you'll go on to do something else within law, or what might you do next?
Yeah, that was definitely the path that I'm swaying towards. The firm I work for offer a lot of things after the apprenticeship, like training courses that they'll do with you. So at the minute, I'm sort of just in and around looking at all the different departments and seeing what I prefer to go into. But uni is also an option because you get the UCAS points through the apprenticeship. So there's loads of different places you can go with it after. And I think having the industry experience so young will definitely help me in the future.
Yes, I think it will. I think it's a good way to start out, isn't it, and get that experience, and life experience as well. It isn't just
Yeah.
about what you're learning in college, is it?
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Okay. How long is your apprenticeship that you're doing?
It's a year and a half at the moment, so I started in November, so I'll sort of be done around this time next year.
And it's level 3, did you say?
Yes, level 3.
So that's roughly equivalent to A levels, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so after that, would you do another apprenticeship, or would you do some further training, or is it too early to say?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think there's so many different routes that you can go down with it, and I think being in law as well, being in anything really, but there's always a lot of opportunities. Like in ours, we have like a HR department, so I could go into that. There's loads of different things that you could do with it. So at the minute, I think I'm just trying to go around all the different departments, see what I think would work best for me and what I prefer, and then I'll take those steps further. Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, so is there anything else you'd like to add before we finish, in terms of doing an apprenticeship and what you think the benefits are, and why somebody, if they're not sure whether to do an apprenticeship, why they should consider it?
I think it's just a really good way of learning. I think you go through high school, you have to sort of sit in a classroom. There's not really any alternative to that. So I think then being able to sort of finish that and start something different with a new way of learning, I think it really benefits you as a person. You gain a lot of life skills, which are really appealing to employers. Like you can learn to communicate more if you're working in a customer facing job. Obviously, then you're going to be dealing with actual real customers, and there's only so much I think they can teach you in college and stuff about those kind of life skills. So I think it's just a really good way of learning. Obviously, there's opportunities to earn money whilst you're doing it, so that's really good because that can set you up for a good future. Yeah, for me, it's been so much better than just sitting in a classroom. I felt like I've actually done something with my life and just made it better, and I'm on the right path to the future.
Brilliant. Well, it sounds like it's been a really good choice for you, and good luck with it. Keep up the
Yeah,
good
thank
work,
you.
as they say. And we look forward to hearing more from you a bit further down the line. Perhaps I can interview you again maybe next year for Apprenticeship Week to
Yeah,
see
brilliant.
how it's going and whether you've nearly finished it, or what your next steps are. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
brilliant.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you very much for joining me today, Lauren.
Thank you. Thanks.